friends, Michelle Myers here, and this is the first edition of Ask Me Anything. So here are the questions that you wanted to know this week.
You got me feeling so fly.
Every day looks different. For example, I'm 22 weeks pregnant now, and I really, up to this point, have told my husband, I feel like something is different, but I don't necessarily feel pregnant. Well, Tuesday of this week, I most definitely felt like there was a baby inside of me. I was blow drying my hair and I got winded. And so then I was gonna flat iron my hair, so I decided I needed a break, so I needed to sit down. So there's not a chair in my bathroom, so I sat down on the floor. So sitting down seemed like a good idea when I was tired from blow drying my hair, but when I had to get up off the floor, all of a sudden it seemed like a bad idea. So I made all these old woman grunting noises when I got up. So that was Tuesday, but then Wednesday I taught Turbo Kick at 24 Hour Fitness and I felt great. So I guess what I've done is I've just listened to my body, and sure, when I teach Turbo Kick, I'm not doing all of the tuck jumps that are in round 43, but I'm still getting a great workout doing the low impact options. And so I'm at the gym, 2 to 3 days a week teaching, and then other than that, I'm working out at home. And yes, Turbo Fire is an intense program, but that's why you have the low impact person there for the pregnant people and the beginners. So I follow the low impact girl Allie when I do my Turbo Fire workouts. I make sure that my classes know how to kick it up a notch when they need to. But as a general rule of thumb, I'm just listening to my body, but I'm still able to keep up my workouts, and I'm still working out regularly. So
Got me feeling so fly. You got me feeling so fly.
well, I'm glad y'all are letting me get warmed up with easy questions in my first week. Sheesh. No, but seriously, I did go to Southwestern Seminary and I graduated in May with my Master's of Arts in Christian Education. And I'm so thankful that I went. I learned a lot. And so to answer your question, I am using my degree. I wrote my first book that came out in July, and it is full of my testimony and how I really grew close to the Lord through a very trying time in my life. And I also speak to women's groups and to girls' ministries. I've got a couple of speaking engagements coming up. I'm going to be not only in Texas, but in Arkansas and Los Angeles. And so I've got some exciting things coming up in the next few months before Noah gets here. But there's something else that I want to use to answer this question. I've read a great book recently, and it's called Sun Stand Still by Stephen Furtick. And he answers this question so fantastic. One of the things that really sets him off is the phrase full-time ministry. He absolutely hates it because he says that if we say some of us are called to full-time ministry, then that allows others of us to slide and say that we can get by with part-time ministry, which when we gave our lives over to Christ, we all signed up for full-time ministry. So here's what he says. He said, no matter who pays your salary, you're a full-time employee of the kingdom of God. And wherever you work, that's your ministry. Whatever you're good at, that's your calling. The components of your assignment are the sources of your significance, and there are burning bushes all around you. Every business negotiation is an opportunity for Christ to shine through you. Every teachable moment with your children is a bright spot in the making. Everywhere you set your foot is potential holy ground, and this concept is the key to effectiveness in the local church. So when I work in fitness, I really do feel like I have a ministry there. I've been able to do a lot of ministry within the doors of gyms and with helping people to get physically healthy, because then when they get physically healthy, then they start to get motivated and they start to trust you to become emotionally healthy and spiritually healthy. So I love my fitness ministry. I do feel like it's not a business. I feel like it's a fitness ministry that God has given me. It's something that I love. It's a passion that I believe that God has put in my heart. So even though I did go to seminary and I work in fitness, I still believe that it all ties together.
But on your shoulders I can see.
Ornithophobia. It's true. I've had ornithophobia since I was about, I don't know, as long as I can remember, which is the fear of birds. I really don't like them. I don't know what it is about them. They creep me out. They're dirty. And no, I've never seen the Alfred Hitchcock movie, and I've never even seen the cover. I'm sure I would probably freak out if I did, but I just don't like them. I mean, like, I would rather be in a room with a snake than in a room with a bird. It's a fact. And the only reason that I know the actual term for it, I was a psychology minor when I was in college, and so I had to take a lot of psychology classes, and one of the ones that I took was abnormal psychology. So I had to learn all of the technical terms for all these weird phobias. But the strangest part of it was, in class, people would like raise their hands and admit to suffering from these phobias. There was a guy, he was a bigger guy too, like, would not have expected him to say what he did. But anyway, so one day in class we're talking about the fear of storms, and he raises his hand and is like, I've had that since I was little. It's a very real disease. And he like goes on to talk about this. I really thought he was kind of kidding, but if the forecast said that it was going to rain, he wasn't in class. So I'm pretty sure it was legit. And so being afraid of birds is better than being afraid of storms, right? But yeah, ornithophobia, that would be mine. So if you have a bird, I won't be coming to your house. It's not personal. Get rid of the bird and I'll come. But no birds for this girl.
But on your shoulders, I can see.
Okay, so this one wasn't a question. This one was a demand. And, you know, it's just a little hard when you've been moving and you've had holidays going on to get a baby a pump picture. But finally, so you guys will stop bugging me about it, here you go.
But on your shoulders, I can see. I'm free to be me, and you're free to be you.
That's the first edition of Ask Me Anything. So please send me your questions on Twitter, on Facebook, or you can use the contact form on MichelleMyersOnline.com. But look forward to hearing from you guys. So have a great week. Bye.
Check it out.